biggest news that came out yesterday is the fact that a bill seeking to make provision for Nigeria to revert to its old national anthem has killed a second reading at the Senate.
Say that it was bad. Is that
I mean, it's
that
the
bill was
fastest bill
Yes,
that has been
speed.
passed.
And
why so fast?
Because it's the national anthem. They want people to learn it very quickly.
And funny thing is, I got this information just last night. Although the source of this information is not very, very much confirmed, but it was gathered that this former national anthem was written by our colonial masters.
yeah.
And even the person who turned it from lyrics into a song, who into good before we started singing it, it was all done by foreign internationals, and it was given to us. And the word, the tribe, there's this particular place where tribe is being, and a lot of people have the opinion that we shouldn't have a national anthem where they say though tribe may differ, we stand strong in brotherhood, something like that.
Don't stress yourself. Don't worry. We're getting there. real quick. Okay. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives have passed the bill to revert to the old national anthem. The bill quickly passed through first reading and third reading at the lower chamber within minutes. Interesting. I mean, in a country where we have a myriad of challenges, but my brother, my sister, national anthem.
Maybe they are doing it fast so that it won't take time, since it's not a big issue.
Well, I can tell you for a fact that some of these members of the assembly cannot even recite the current national anthem. Talk more of going to recite this new one. Remember that one has 3 stanzas. This current one we just have 2 stanzas.
They're going to be stressing a whole lot of students right now.
Okay.
Because me and you, what's our business?
For some of you who do not have an idea of what the old national anthem sounds like.
I remember when we had the states and capital thing, and then I think it was 30 states or thereabouts initially, be 32, and then they added some, and became a problem for some persons to recite the state and capital, including the new ones.
But come on, the problem I'm looking at here is the fact that how come we have a problem with a national anthem that was done during the military era? Because they said it had some military sentiments, but yet we are going back to an anthem, reverting back to an anthem that was done by our colonial masters.
I'll just tell you.
This national anthem, I read up somewhere, and it says it was this Nigeria we held the 1959. Before the independence, it was to celebrate the independence and all that. So it was not really maybe because it was written by the
Britons,
the Britons, but it wasn't really colonial like that, man. There already talks of Independence Day. Independence
right
is
now,
it wasn't written by Nigerians. Like the little thing we can do for ourselves is write our own national anthem.
I don't want us to dwell so much on it, but
Let's change the color of the
what
flag.
I'll tell you, okay, is that of all the myriad of challenges bedeviling Nigeria right now, what our lawmakers could think about yesterday during plenary was reverting to the old national anthem.
The phrase
I do
guide
not
our
understand.
leaders, right? Seems to be something wrong. It doesn't sit well with them, so they have to change it to this one.
Okay.
So it doesn't have anything to do with leadership.
Okay.
Well, let's see how this one unfolds in the coming days, okay? It has been referred to the Senate Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights, and Legal Matters to report back to the House in 2 weeks. So let's see how this one pans out. But that's it from, stories making the rounds. Yesterday, before we move to our major talking points, Latan told me he now polishes a shoe for 100 naira. And it's very disturbing.
200 naira.
200 naira.
200.
Latan, you're polishing shoe.
200 naira. He said the shoemaker told him that polish is now very expensive. How much again for polish?
He said it's not 800.
800 naira. And Zlatan said by the time you polish 2-3 shoes, you don't make the money for polish already.
It be like the best go.
So I really do not understand.
I mean, he also needs to walk around, and so he needs to add money for all the energy spent.
Okay. Now we see. All right, so that's it. On a lighter note, just to spoil you up and whet your appetite, so you can get ready for what we're about to discuss this morning on the show.
All right, Lagos, if you're just joining us, it is 34 minutes past the hour of 9. And of course, welcome to the Mid-Morning Show. And this morning on our major talking point, we're going to be looking at, a very salient issue that's been bedeviling the nation recently. Just over, a couple of, I think just yesterday or thereabouts, shocking video.
A whole lot happened yesterday.
Was captured, or rather has captured the nation's attention, showing a police officer engaged in a reckless and prolonged struggle with an Uber driver while the vehicle was in motion. Now, this 10-minute ordeal has left many wondering how such a dangerous incident could have occurred and whether our roads are truly safe from those sworn to protect us. Also, in the course of yesterday, there was also the news of a police officer who shot his fellow police officer somewhere in Jos, Plateau State. And of course, in Abuja as well, same yesterday, there was also a viral video that showed a man, a father of one, who was allegedly shot in the face with tear gas in Abuja, who unfortunately passed away. So these are, a few of the stories that have happened recently. There's also the one that happened somewhere in Lagos at the filling station and other parts of the country as well. So this morning, we are looking at, road safety and basically police conduct. And as these incidents have sparked outrage and concerns, across the country, it's time for us to examine if stricter penalties can help tackle the menace of rogue security officials, who endanger the lives of Nigerians. It's citizens. So that's the conversation we're having this morning. And as always, feel free to be a part of the conversation.
So, do you all wonder how, like Yusuf pointed out, people who are meant to protect us, turning out to become our own nightmare? I really do not understand for what reason do you have to allow yourself to be, should I say, maybe to say nuisance? Are we supposed to see the police and run away? Are we supposed to see the police and feel protected? Are we supposed to see the police and feel like, please, this don't matter? I mean, in other climes, you see the police and you see respect oozing around them. You just want to respect them because you can't just, I'm not saying things don't happen in other climes where you have, police brutality and the rest, but on a scale of 1 to 10, compared to what we have here, sometimes it may be because, some of us don't really report this matter like that, but there are issues regarding them, pertaining to them, and you wonder what is happening. I'll start up real quick, and I'll call the Inspector General of Police to put his men on check. Sometimes you ask yourself, what sort of training do these people go through? The one that happened yesterday involving the Uber driver and the police, struggling the wheel, the steering of the car. Please, that car was on motion. I don't know if you've all seen the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That car was on motion. Anything could have happened. Anything. And the man did not care. Even with the lady at the back, the passenger seat, screaming and crying for help, it wasn't enough. The man was tussling with the policeman. The policeman was also tussling with the man. I said, what madness?
First of all, in that case of that particular driver and the policeman, I don't think the policeman should be the one we are holding responsible.
Are you for real right
Are
about
you
now?
serious? Are you thinking about, okay, no, go ahead.
How hard can it be that a police officer is trying to stop your vehicle, or I don't know,
How did he
confiscate
get
your
into the
vehicle
vehicle first?
I don't even
That's the
know.
problem. That's the part
We didn't see that, and you can't stop for your own safety and the safety of your passenger. How hard is that? Now we are making it seem as if it's the policeman that was driving the car. It was not the one. I understand how difficult the situation is, but if we are sincere and we look at it from a rational point of view, all the driver would have done is find a way to stop the vehicle.
All right,
and then continue your battle.
We're going to play a video of what played out, with the policeman and the driver. Okay, let's put it this way.
Maybe I don't know.
No. You might be right, and I totally respect your opinion about this one. But I would also look at it. Do you think the policeman would have been more civil about this?
Definitely.
All right, that was the soundbite of the viral video that showed a Nigerian police officer dragging the wheel with a cab driver while the passenger, the woman at the passenger seat, was raising alarm, trying to, quell the whatever was happening here. Okay, so obviously from what we heard, there are two sides to this. The policeman was saying the driver was, taking him away from his point of duty. And then we heard something about money as well. Probably demanded for money and all that. But despite it all, if you'd seen the video, you could see the policeman holding on to the neck of the driver.
Yeah.
While he was in motion, anything could have happened.
But just like I said, having seen that video, the policeman was very, very wrong. But also, you will not take away the fact that because the policeman is wrong, the driver was not also wrong.
Two wrongs don't make it right.
They were both wrong. And you can't tell me that you are being attacked and then the only thing sensible enough for you to do is keep on driving. Even if you don't care about your life, what about the life of the passenger? That I don't know, that you it's your duty and your obligation to protect because she's taking a ride with you. So that's the things we need to consider. The policeman shouldn't have done that in the first place. Somebody is driving and then you're attacking him, holding him by the neck, like he was almost not seeing where he was going, but also somehow his leg was still pressing the acceleration on full throttle. So they were both wrong, and they were putting the life of the passenger at risk.
Well, I just feel that if you're going to blame anybody here, you're going to blame the policeman 100%, because when you stop you stop a car for stop and search, whatever they do, and you stop this car, you don't have any business entering the car. You should be by the driver's side, questioning the driver. Whatever you're asking for, let him show you there. So we don't understand how he got into the car in the first place. So that's where the whole issue started from. He said that the driver took the policeman from his what was it called?
Checkpoint.
The checkpoint, and that's because he entered the car in the first place. If you have a problem with the driver, ask for whatever the driver's license, the car particulars, and all that. If you want the driver to step out of the car, ask the driver to step out of the car. You don't have any reason to enter inside that car.
That's actually true.
But so when he entered the car, the driver, of course, have every right to do whatever he wants. So when they start struggling when they start that scuffle inside the car with the car in motion, you cannot blame the driver. You have to blame the police for getting to that position, for putting himself in that position, and the driver in that position, and of course the passenger. So that's why he's a policeman. He should be the one to know the rules and all that, to know how to stop, to know how to find solutions to these things. You want something from the driver. You stop the driver. You've asked your questions. You shouldn't get into the car. And we see this thing most times. Even these last smart people, before you know, they just jump into your car. They jump into the keke, they jump into buses for whatever reason, because they want to collect money or they want to talk to the driver.
All right. Hello. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Thank you very much. Where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Alaba Alakwe. I'm reaching you from Mojo in Lagos.
All right. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. If I have, let me just start like this. If I have opportunity, there's one particular person that is supporting that police officer among you there. If I have the opportunity, I will ask him to leave that studio to go and join police.
No, let's not do it that way.
Wait. I will ask him to leave that studio to go and join the police and be doing the same thing.
No.
Something that is not good is not good. I don't know, maybe they're on I watched the video as well. I don't know, maybe they are on a bridge. But the way I saw that is an highway. Are you getting my point?
Yeah. Okay.
It's an highway. But are you getting my point, sir?
Yes.
So, but it's very unfortunate if our police officer in 21st century can still be behaving in that manner. As a police officer, okay, you are suspecting something. Are you the only one? Are you the only police officer at that junction that you are about arresting that car, why can't you just carry your phone and snap the plate number of that police of that vehicle and trace the address? You work hand in hand with those agencies in charge of vehicle and try to get the address of that the vehicle of the owner of that vehicle. You are not dragging the steering with the thing. The police officer needs either to be demoted or to be sent packing out of the police officer, because that is what they call it is more than banditry, it's more than terrorism, because it can kill those people inside that vehicle. Do you know the age of those people in that vehicle? Can it give a birth to the children and grown up to the age of those people in that vehicle? It is very unfortunate. That police officer should be sent away from that police and he should be taken to court. Good morning.
All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
I mean, well, a quick one. I understand that sometimes when issues like this are raised, we want to, quickly bear our mind. But, everyone is entitled to his opinion. David started up by, saying that, okay, yeah, we might be blaming the police officer, but also let's all think of if the driver could have stopped the car. Okay, so that's a very reasonable and valid point, all right? So I'll just prefer if we just go straight to dealing, with the matter on ground. Let's just, look at that. Put out your own opinion. Let's look at it too. We'll also weigh it side by side, all right? Thank you very much. But meanwhile, I truly do appreciate your take on the matter.
It's funny how I almost joined the Nigerian police. So maybe I might reconsider.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Lillian calling from Ikoto.
All right, Lillian. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, well done. I like this topic. Very interesting. Like, honestly, although I've not seen the video, but from what I listened to, my mind self, of course. Like, that policeman is, like that, the last caller said, he needs to be sacked. No matter what, you are not supposed to be dragging with someone that is on high speed. Because even with the way he's holding the driver's neck, there's no way that man will be able to even see that truck into the road. Because he will also be struggling for his own life. You don't even know if the man has a short breath or asthma. Some people, small things can even make them to seize their breath. And you are fighting a policeman for that matter, fighting a driver. Because of what? Like, I think it's Santos that said it. Whatever it is, you are not supposed to enter into that vehicle. At least if it's to even... There's a way I see they used to do these days now. If you go against the rules of the traffic light, they don't even need to come and arrest you. With your, I think they have tracking number now.
Yeah, they capture the plate number.
They can get you anywhere. It's not supposed to be so. They should be civil. Sometimes I wonder if they are even trained. It's unfortunate and it's so annoying. And at the end of the day, nothing will still happen to this man. At least it's so annoying. They should try and change. But this is not good at all. They're just making this country look so miserable to us. At least they are animals. Please, they should help us. It's not really funny at all.
Okay.
All right. Everyone.
Thank you very much, Lillian.
All right.
Let me say that. No, it's fine. Thank you so much, Lillian.
All right, the phone lines, please.
All right, for those of you who are just joining us and would like to be part of the conversation, 0704 100 7997 and 0704 100 8997. And just in case you do not want to, do some talking, you rather prefer to talk with your fingers, 0805 251 9337. Text and WhatsApp messages. Back to the phone lines. Hello.
Hello, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
All right. Pastor.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Zlatan.
Yeah, good morning.
Hope you are good.
Yeah, definitely. 100.
Okay. Mr. Dave.
Oh, hi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to you. This is why you're coming with these one by one greeting.
Yes, it's how it's supposed to be.
Okay.
Okay. Back to the discussion of the day. Well, I think I saw the video.
Definitely.
I think
course.
on you guys IG, yes. Jubilee IG, yes. But wait, too. I don't understand. This thing is an eyesore. I won't lie to you. You know, two people cannot be wrong at the same time. Yes. There is someone that made mention of capturing the plate number, which is good. How can you hold somebody on his neck and that person is busy driving? What I even observe is that, number one, the man driving, that driver, is like, I'm sorry to say this, it's like he do not value his life, because why can't he stop? You understand? At least you stop. Yes, for your life to be there for you. And you are driving someone, because I was hearing a lady's voice there, yes. It was shouting, help, 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 help. Do you understand? And the policeman in question, this is not a good way to start. Yes, you can capture his plate number. No how, they must find that man. Do you understand? Then, held in, you know what it means. And at a point, I noticed that the man is like he collapsed or something like that.
He did not collapse.
He did not.
But at a point, it's like he was tired or something like that.
Eventually, he stopped
he was
the car.
in a stranglehold by the policeman. The policeman had him, held him by his neck. So he just leaned on the police officer, like
Hi, but my dear, this one is very bad. I won't lie to you. How a police, I don't know if you understand, you're supposed to show us that good example. No, when it's like that, you just leave everything, capture the plate number. It won't even take you guys. There are police many places. You guys have places that are, so you just capture it and make call. Then, this man in question, I don't even understand him as well, because his life too is in danger, and you are still driving. I don't even know if he can even, honestly, I don't even know that man will survive that, because the holding was like, I watched it, the man held him like he wants to, do something else. So all these things, one, we will be talking about government. We personally, how we do. Okay, had it been this man leave this police, you understand? You off your car. Stop the driving of a thing. Off it. You guys can settle before any other thing. You understand? But now you are driving and someone held you as if you want to do something else, which is not good. And that's why I say two people cannot be wrong at the same time. Now the police is wrong. The driver too is wrong. Yes, the both they are wrong.
Okay.
Because I didn't think he leave it and just off the car, let them settle before any other thing. It will go to this extent. So this is what I want to say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, blessing.
Okay, so going through what the public relations officer of the Lagos State Police Force, he says the officer involved in the viral video has been identified, and they're also calling on the driver, the said driver of the vehicle, to come testify.
They'll just arrest him because they're already labeling a case against him.
Well, they are saying he should come and testify so that to enable them to take further necessary actions. Yes, they're going to be dealing with the officer.
So according to Benjamin Ndang, he said both men obviously behaved in a reckless manner.
True that.
But let's start from the beginning. Why choose to abduct a policeman despite his dangerous method of attempting to stop you?
But let me even ask this question, and I think the first caller also made mention of this. I mean, was he a lone officer? Okay, well, it's still the mid-morning show here on Jubilee 997 FM Lagos, and we're talking on the issue the recent viral video of a female passenger, saw this shocking video that was captured by this female passenger of a scuffle between a police officer and a cab driver. And yes, so we're taking reactions based off this police conduct. Not just this police conduct, but the conduct of the policemen.
Okay, and
of course the driver.
The driver. So let's look at it before we take other messages. Do you think that the driver could have stopped the car and attend to this police officer? Do you think he would have handled this a better way? Because his life was also at risk. I mean, they were on speed, and with the tussle with the police officer, I don't know. Do you think he would have done better?
All right, we'll come back to your question. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Right, your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Ennis from.
Your name is
what?
My name is Ennis from Ikot.
All right, Annie. All right, go ahead. Let's hear you.
So I'm calling to talk about the matter on Tuesday. Personally, I would blame the police officer, because why will he enter the Uber in the first place, like the car? It's a personal property. He's not supposed to enter, so he's at fault there. So anything, like, if you have met police officers and the way they react nowadays, it is very, very alarming. There is this instance that happened. Me and my brothers, the other Uber, we're going out. So immediately we were getting the injunction, the Uber driver was telling the guys that they should give me, as the lady, the phones. Let me hold their phones, that there's police at the front, so it's going to stop them and start searching. And it was so true that immediately we got there, we wasted almost like 15 minutes when the police was like harassing my brothers. They want to see how they are dressing, those kind of rubbish behavior. Even in public buses, they will just stop the public buses. Maybe they are dressing nice, they will be checking them and be harassing them because of what is not up to what. And if they want to even collect money, just like 200 naira, 100 naira, those rubbish amount of money, and be constituting nuisance. So, personally, in my own opinion, I think that the police officer is at fault. The lady in question in the Uber was even begging that she would give me 1 million, 2 million, and they were still dragging themselves. And I would blame the police officer 100%. Like, the police officer needs to be dismissed, like, without question. Because, like they are saying, Nigeria, we know they won't do anything. They are not going to do anything. Are you following me?
Yes, we are.
So we know Nigeria, we know our country. They won't do anything. At once, they will even turn it to
hello.
Can you turn it to the driver's head? I don't know, Shabot. I'm sure, thank God that nothing happens to the passengers.
That's right. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, let me say this real quick.
Yeah, go
it's
ahead,
important
please.
for us to note that two wrongs does not make a right.
True that.
The police was first of all wrong to even enter that car in the first place. But you, as the driver, you decided to confiscate the policeman. That is breaking the law. And if that man goes to the police station to give any testament, they can use that to pin against him, which, according to the law, is a crime. Now, the policeman is wrong, no doubt, but at least
the driver should have stopped the car.
If he had stopped the car, and all of that did not happen, he would have had more advantage.
But that's the problem. What if he had stopped the car and something else happened?
Okay, like the first caller said, or rather one of the callers said about how, probably he's had repeated encounters with the police, and despite he's probably being innocent or thereabout, they always found one way or the other to, accuse him of one thing or the other. I would say this again. I'm sure there was a patrol team or a team at the checkpoint or where they were stopped.
Yeah.
What happened? Why was it only this particular police officer that got into the vehicle? What were the other members of his unit doing while the cab driver sped off with him? Why didn't the cab driver, call on his members? I think they have a walkie-talkie or something. Tell them, okay, come and beat us. We are going towards this way. Is it that you're going to overtake us and block us or something? So a lot of questions, a lot of what if and how.
So
and
there was a statement made here. The guy who posted this video says, bro, this is my sister. She kept begging this man to let the driver go at least. Did you remember that at some point
the lady mentioned millions?
Begging the policeman, saying, don't worry, I'll give 1 million.
The policeman didn't hear that.
He heard. He looked at her.
Because at that point, her life was at stake. She was scared. Anything could have happened. So she would do anything just to save her life at that
Yeah, I
moment.
understand.
And if it's money, don't worry, I'm going to give it to you. So the guy said, bro, this is my sister. She kept begging this man to let the driver go at least. Omo, this man say, Oga, in quotes, is more important than all their lives combined. That's the policeman saying. They dragged this thing for over 10 minutes on the highway, and she had to jump out of the moving vehicle at some point. Something is definitely wrong. So we must sit here and say, yeah, the driver, you should stop the car. What if you stop the car?
No, you guys don't understand.
No, I
I'm
do.
not in
I
any way
understand.
saying that the driver should be held responsible for everything
I
that
understand.
happened.
This is what I'm saying.
And
I said, what if you
even the
stop the
statement,
car
okay?
and then something else happened? You stop the car. What if another form of assault happens there, and the story has, takes a different twist?
let me say something.
Okay.
A lot of times we get assaulted by our security forces. But let me ask you a question, Pascal. If you meet a policeman, right? Will you break the law?
Me, I'll just beg him.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you know if he had begged him and he refused, and so he said to drive off and he
No,
jumped into the vehicle?
but does the past experience of the police would that make you break the law?
Well, they say experience is the best teacher, right?
Well, let's take a couple of messages we have.
Zlatan wanted to say something.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that even if we say that this driver is wrong by putting the vehicle in motion when the police is in the car, maybe it's wrong, but then what led to that to that event? What led to that event is that the police entered the car. We don't know what happened between them that made the driver start moving. But then, like I said before, the police had no business inside our car. If you feel that this Uber driver has broken the law, and you feel that it's a big issue, all you have to do is tell the passenger, step out of the car, find another vehicle. Hello, man, step out of the car, step out of the vehicle, drop your...
They suspect something,
exactly,
right?
and then Yusuf said that, of course, there are going to be orders there. Call your colleagues, and okay, this is what is happening here. This man, we have to arrest this man for whatever he must have seen, and then they'll take it from there. But then he entered the car for whatever reason. Maybe he wanted to collect bribe.
That was the first wrong.
Maybe he wanted to collect bribe. Maybe that's what they're dragging. Maybe the man didn't want to give him that money, and so the driver just felt, okay, let me start moving. Let me teach this man a lesson today. I think that's what the driver wanted to do.
Yeah, we've seen videos of how sometimes policemen, trying to stop a car.
Even last small officials.
Yeah, they lie on the bonnet of the car, and then you see the driver just keep driving. We've seen some very weird videos like that, and you ask yourself, what's going on here?
Have you guys forgotten? Did they carry me go? I don't know. You guys remember that
video, right?
And they carry me go where I don't know. All right, let's take this message quickly on WhatsApp. This one says, I blame both the policeman and the driver. The driver should have stopped, but for the fact that the policeman held the driver's neck, he should be questioned. This is coming from Blessing from Agege. She says there is nothing like argument here. Okay, both driver and policeman are both wrong.
No,
okay,
you're right. So we're just trying to look at both sides of it and saying, okay, what if something else had played out? Let's we've got a couple of voice notes here. Let's get to me. I don't know how to describe this sort of conductors who are very permit me to use the word, they no send whether you're in uniform or not. They'll tell you, guy, you have to pay. You understand? We've seen this situation, but the big question we're asking this morning: are there stiffer punishments that can be meted down on these rogue security officials? Permit me to use that. I mean, people, you're supposed to be an example. You're supposed to
exactly, and that's why we're going to blame the policeman.
Oh, these days, I must say that the social media is playing a very, very big role.
Okay, that's all we have here. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Okay, seems you're not ready for us. You can call us back 0704 100 7997 or 0704 1008997. You're saying something about social media?
Yes, I remember there was this particular YouTuber, a foreign YouTuber who is driving around Africa on a bike. And there was this particular, when she got to Nigeria, these two police officers was like, give me money.
Yeah.
They fished out.
Give me dollars or something.
Yeah, they fished those two guys out, and they're
booted out of the police.
Yeah, they're removed from the police, they're expelled. And we see that social media had a very, very massive role to play in that. For example, this one right now, I also feel it's not going to go unanswered because, people are going to, it has been the talk of the town everywhere on social media, especially X. And so definitely something's going to be done. But now the police have something to hold on to, which might make the man go unpunished. For the police to punish that man, the driver needs to come for a testimony or whatever for questioning. And if the driver comes, he's going to be also held because he has broken the law. Whether he likes it or not, he has broken the law. Whether we like it or not, he has broken the law. Okay. We might not like it, but he has. And now I don't think that man will want to come. And if he doesn't come, what is going to happen with the police officer?
I wanted to read the comments of SP Bright Edafe. I don't know, Yusuf, if we can still lay your hands on it. Okay,
yes.
Let's see.
It's actually only in Nigeria where we see that security.
So Bright Edafe said something here. Bright Edafe is the spokesperson for
Delta State Police Force.
Okay.
And under the tweets put out by the Lagos State Police PRO, Benjamin Hundeyin rather, it says get ready to be dragged because these people can't find fault from the driver. Well, we will correct and deal with that in our own way.
I also feel, Zlatan, that a whole lot of image laundering needs to be done to the Nigerian police force. Right about now, the resistance they're meeting is because I feel Nigerians, in a way, do not regard them.
100%, because
but it's all their fault. It's their fault.
That's what I'm saying. That lots of image laundering needs to be done.
I mean, the police is better to be your friend.
And
right?
This driver, it doesn't need to go to the police to make a statement before they deal with this policeman. I mean, there's evidence of what he did. He assaulted the police. He assaulted the driver. He put the life of the driver in danger, and of course the passenger. That is enough for them to punish him, whether they want to dismiss him or suspend him, whatever they want to do to them. They don't need this driver to come forward. And I'm going to advise this driver, if he's going to go forward, he should
go with a lawyer.
Exactly. If he has the money, he should go with a lawyer, so that because he also has a case against the police. So his lawyer can put all these things down, and maybe at the end of the day there'll come some kind of agreement, some kind of resolution where it's going to work. And of course, they're going to deal with that police officer, because even if you say that the driver is at fault and all that, the police officer should have been setting an example. He didn't do his job well. That is why he got himself in that position. If he has done the job, if he had done his job well, he wouldn't have entered the car and he wouldn't have got to that position.
Okay. You wanted to take a message, right?
Okay, so we got this message that says the driver was at fault by going the wrong direction. No argument on that, and that's where professionalism by the police comes in. He says, what happens to calling your patrol van for backup so they can cross you and handle things professionally? If you want the Uber driver's detail, you can meet the police and then complain. It's all with them. Okay.
Okay. I mean, there's this other one that caught my attention. This one says, you're acting an antelope running for safety from a lion.
Why is getting the lion to keep chasing after it?
Wow.
I mean, Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians have lost faith in the Nigerian police, who is expected to be our friend.
They don't raise policemen.
I mean, even kids are being threatened by their mothers by saying, I'll call police for you, police is coming.
Yeah.
I see the kids run, crying. It's that bad.
Yeah.
The image of the Nigerian police has been dented.
But trust me, commit a crime now, you see somehow the police will locate you, and then you ask, how is this possible? I feel that they need to do a cleansing in police.
Yeah.
Because it's not that they are bad, a very, very large extent, most of them are bad, but a lot of them still know how to do their job.
They're just plenty of bad eggs.
There are plenty of bad eggs.
Especially those ones on the field.
Because no matter how much you hide, if you're a criminal, anywhere in this country, well, except from those terrorists, because somehow I don't know how they never find those ones. I mean, if you're a criminal anywhere in this country, you commit a crime, you can run, but you will never hide. They'll fish you out one day. And I always ask myself, how does the police manage to catch all these criminals? It's not like they're living one very open life.
They use intelligence.
Good.
They'll tell you that
if they are capable of that, I believe the Nigerian police is capable of a lot more. But all these, they are little petty problems, like, all these, they are bribery and all these unsolicited stuff they make to. And another reason this happens is because a lot of Nigerians, number one, do not know their rights. Number two, even if they know their rights, the police might not want them to even, because if you go and tell a policeman that I know my rights, that's when you're even making him angry the more. So yes, I understand that one, but at least let us do our due diligence by knowing our rights. There are a lot of situations where where people are right, but there's nothing they can do about it because they don't know. For example, the issue of a police entering your vehicle. Imagine you're being stopped by a policeman, and immediately you're stopped, you lock all your doors, and the policeman comes and talks to you. He wants to open the door. You know, you say open the door, and then you tell him that it's not your right to enter my car. So why do you want to enter my car and all of that? So first of all, Nigerians, we need to invest in going to know our right, and secondly, I don't know how expensive it is. Well, I can't even say that because our judiciary is something else. If a case on the judiciary goes on, it's not going to end. If not, a lot of all these mismanagements, someone entering my car, it should be very easy to sue somebody to court, have a court hearing, and you're punished according to the law.
Okay, well, plenty of takes there from Zlatan. I mean, from the Radio Monarch there. Zlatan, you want to wrap up on this one?
I'll just say that, just like you said, there's a lot of cleansing that needs to be done to the Nigerian police force, especially these guys that they put on this. Outside on the field, these checkpoints, they're just so bad. I mean, you see them all the time. Imagine that caller said they're asking they stopped this uncle because of what was it called? The headlamp. I mean, what's the business with that? If you're stopping the car, should be because probably you want to confirm the driver's license or the particulars, and if the driver can present it with all that, you should allow him go. But then we've seen situations whereby drivers will show you their driver's license, it is up to date, the particulars up to date, but then the policemen will still find something. They'll look at the side mirror, they'll look at your windshield.
Sometimes they will ask your fire extinguisher.
Exactly. They say you can open your boot, which is fine. You can open your boot to see what is inside. But then even if they can't find anything, they'll not be like, okay, yeah, okay, what do you want to find for us now? And that is where the issues start, because some people are stubborn. They'll be like, why should I give you money? And that is where issues start from. Maybe that's what happened with this one, because I don't understand why he entered the car in the first place. Probably he wanted to collect his own money he didn't want his colleagues to know. I don't understand. But then I just feel that going forward, the recruitment process of the Nigerian police should be overhauled, and of course we'll start seeing better policing.
Well, yesterday also there was a heartbreaking incident at the court at Terminus Market. I know this place so very well in Jos, the Plateau State capital, where a police officer assigned to the enforcement team of the Jos Metropolitan Development Board was tragically killed in an accidental shooting on Wednesday. The video shared on X shows a policeman lying dead on the ground. Recently, security personnel, including police officers and soldiers, were deployed by the state government to enforce regulations against street trading. Well, I understand this area in Jos, usually it's like a very big market. You see people selling by the roadside. It's always very tight when you ply that route during the day, only at night when mostly they've closed. So I understand, enforcing, having these people would, curb the activities of these traders from selling. But what I mean by the roadside, you understand markets.
It's in Lagos too.
It's everywhere. I feel it's everywhere in every market. I mean, it extends to outside the market.
Discussion someday because it is dangerous. But people, in quest of trying to survive, would want to find reasons, even when you know that it is dangerous, to stay by the roadside and sell. But so unfortunate, the unexpected event caused unrest in the area, resulting in the use of tear gas to break up the crowd. Talking about tear gas, Yusuf, you shared a story with us as we wrap up about a father.
Yes, in Abuja, a father identified as Onyebuchi Anele has passed away after he was allegedly shot with a tear gas canister by a policeman in Abuja. It was gathered that that a tragic accident occurred yesterday, on Wednesday. And according to an eyewitness, they said the deceased, while on his way home, hit an Okada man and his passenger. And after stopping and making sure the accident victims were okay, he decided to head home when the policeman arrived at the scene. And it was further explained that trouble now started when the policemen who arrived at the scene decided that the deceased must follow them to their station, even after the Okada man and his passenger had left the scene to go home. And of course, there was an ensuing altercation that triggered quarrel and led to the policeman shooting the tear gas canister into the eye of the deceased at a close range, where he was referred to the National Hospital. But unfortunately, he died yesterday morning.
You see what I'm talking about?
How do you explain this?
You see what I'm talking about these guys that are on the field. I mean, I don't know. It looks like
Seems they're frustrated.
it looks like
They're frustrated.
It looks like this police. It looks like the Nigerian police deliberately put these guys out there.
Have you seen the video?
I think the police, the Nigerian police, or some members of the Nigerian police have this mentality that they are above the ordinary civilian.
Yes.
That, you know, when they're on
Especially
uniform, they feel like,
wielding policemen.
you know, they feel like,
They
oh,
see
they
you.
are.
They see you so beneath them, and
I don't know, was it
they
even a
just treat you as
statement in the video? Was it
like
saying
an animal.
something? You're not certain? You want to
It
check?
was gory. I do want to see it. Anyways, Lagos, that's how much you can take on this segment of the show. We'll go for a quick break.
One last thing. I'll urge everyone out there, please do not argue with this man. Sometimes just, I know what I'm saying.
That's
For your
very
life,
that's
for your
very,
safety.
that's very smart
When you
thing to
see,
do.
when you do not say anything,
I
these
know,
people
but
will
then-
gore you to say something. They will
especially
push you to say
the
something.
ones wielding, armed policemen. Try as much as you can not to argue with them.
And be friendly.
Please, yes, be friendly with them, okay? Please, I beg you. I understand that, yes, you want to show your rights and all, but sometimes in the course of doing that, altercations, arguments, and all of it, and then it turns something else. Please, I beg you.
You see, I give up on the Nigerian police the day I saw them parked and they branched one Paraga woman by the streets and they sat down
With their uniform.
in public with their uniform, with their guns, drinking these drinks
Yeah,
just by the roadside.
local drink.
It's just local drinks. These are 1,500 naira drinks, and that was there. I just like, okay, these
the end
people.
of it for you.
There's no hope for these people.
Okay.
All right, Lagos. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, the Mid Morning Show continues. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Student Loan Scheme, the portal is open, open today. And so what it means is the Nigerian students can actually access the portal. And, if you feel like you want to apply for the loan scheme, yes, you can, go ahead with it. Like I said, the Nigerian Student Loan Scheme, we commenced today. However, it has sparked, both optimism and, skepticism.
Yeah.
And stakeholders, beginning to ponder the feasibility of, loan repayment amidst, soaring unemployment rate and precarious job security. So, as the scheme aims to, bridge the financial gap for students, it's crucial that we actually look, examine the looming questions. How will these loans be recovered? A beautiful idea. Wonderful innovation. It shows that the Tinubu administration
Is working.
working and they hold education in top priority. But we're looking at a country that is marred with.
Why is there
I-
a bot?
No, I'm just looking at these bots, which are the unemployment. The unemployment rate in Nigeria has actually increased according to the last report. We have issues of job security. A beautiful, but do we have jobs out there? Because these people need to finish. They need to pay back this loan, which of course they will do. But we're looking at, would they be gainfully employed immediately after service and all of that, and getting to pay back this loan? The other day we talked about the consumer credit scheme. 1.6 million Nigerians have already applied for it, and it makes plenty of sense. But we came here to discuss about how we know the Nigerians have an attitude when it comes to paying back. Now, while it's sweet when you're borrowing, but to pay back is always the problem. Check out the loan sharks. They know what they're facing and all.
I think I was listening to Yusuf's show the other time where he said that where he confirmed that this student loan, the money will not be given to you directly. It will be paid into the school's accounts. And I can tell you that's bad news for many people, because I know many people would have planned that
money will come.
let me just apply. Even though they have the money, let me just apply and collect this money, man, and go and use it to flex. But now that it's going straight into the school's account, I can tell you that some people will not, if they've had a plan to apply for this loan. Some people will now withdraw. They want to apply for that loan again because it's going straight into the school account and not their own account. So that said, but now back to the topic where you said unemployment. Well, that is a big issue. But then the problem I have now is that how long are they giving them to repay this money?
2 years after national service core scheme.
Yeah.
So 2 years after you're expected to,
secure a job.
secure a job, or rather start paying the money. They don't.
So what
maybe
we don't understand
they didn't say
now
anything
is-
about securing the job. Theirs is 2 years after start making payment.
But
Okay,
what
so
it means is
that's
No, it's interest free.
It's
so
interest
so
free.
after 2 years, after 2 years of graduation, you start paying. They expect to start paying.
Yes,
Okay, or to have completed the money
to start
paying.
Yes,
So that means you have 2 years to look for a job.
Yep.
That's fair.
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
All right. First of all, I thought of something really quick
Okay.
about how I think the government can actually get their monies back. Now, since they're going to be aligning with the school, they're going to be partnering with schools, federal universities. Of course, they're starting with federal
Okay, starting
universities.
with federal university.
Yeah, since there will be, already they are the owners of federal universities. So I feel that what they might do is they might withhold students, original certificates until
Are you serious about that one?
until they can pay back the loan, because Nigerians, you know how it is when it comes to paying back loans. So I feel like that's one thing they can do.
But then,
Then also I feel like they might want to put some put eyes into the NYC. They are paying you. They might want to take out from.
I was about to say that. What if they do that? That okay, once you're serving,
Yes, once
and
you're
the
serving.
money
Remember-
you're giving you.
No.
Even if
I would like you guys to know
30%.
that at the age of 30, you can't go for service anymore. Right. So how about those who clock 30, 31 when they graduate? So how does the federal government get their money from them? They are not going for NYC now. How will you make payment unless you make it mandatory that every graduate goes for NYC?
And how would the government know that these persons start working? Is there?
And I also feel
how would
they might-
get that
in
information?
part of the registration, you might have to submit your bank details and
Well,
your
because,
BVN.
Yes, your BVN. Yes,
so that in
BVN
case-
and your
In case
NIN.
good amount of money come into your account,
And you're
they
trying to
do the
evade
needful.
it, then they'll do the needful. Well, I was looking at it. Since it's not free, the United States president, I saw a report about that was 2 days ago where the United States President Joe Biden, actually announced that his administration is canceling a total of, I think that was about $7.7 billion in students' debt for another 160,000 borrowers. In fact, he's even thinking of, canceling it all in total. You don't need to pay anything back.
Yeah, he's doing that one.
and-
He's
and-
doing that
and-
one because
Yeah,
of
it's election. Election
Yeah,
is
he's doing that
coming.
one election.
And yesterday when I saw this topic, so I just felt that what if this scheme is just a way, it's just the government's way of giving back to the people?
Okay.
What if at the end of the day,
By prioritizing education, right?
what if at the end of the day you cannot pay back? Okay, what happens if you cannot be paid back?
And then
They will arrest you.
They
No,
cancel it.
they will not arrest you. At the end of the day, they'll cancel it.
They cancel the loan, and I mean,
But then it makes you is it credit unworthy? Because one of the criteria
Zlatan just said something very
giving
vital.
is that if you are owing any loan from anywhere, either you or your parents are owing loan from anywhere, you are not eligible to apply for the student loan.
Hey,
Yes, it is one of the criteria.
Nigerian students are one of the biggest users of
So
loan
all of you
apps
that
in
used to go and
Nigeria.
borrow money and you say, I did not pay, now come and cash me in my house. If you go and apply, they will not give you loan. If your father and mother have gone to borrow money and say, I mean, you told people that have died, they will not give you money.
Detect this thing. I remember the one time I went with a friend too. He wanted to get a phone, and we got to this phone store, and there's this particular loan app where you can subscribe to get gadgets. So we got there, and then they started checking. He was filling his biometrics and everything, and then they got to this point. They asked him, "Are you sure you're not owing money anywhere?" The guy, no, I'm not owing anything. By the time they did their check, so they discovered that it was in a particular amount of money, and the guy was like, "Really?" So and he asked how much. They told him, and when he checked, it was true. He was owing money.